Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Now today we're going to play a 5+3 game again because I think it's pretty instructive to see what I'm thinking about and everything, and it's pretty fun. So okay, we have the Caro-Kann on the board, e4, c6, knight f3 and now d5. If he plays knight to c3, that's the two knights variation, but okay, he took, which is not the best. Um, he releases the tension in the center, and well, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to get my bishop out here or here. This looks fine. Bishop to g4, pinning the knight to the queen. Okay, he kicks me out. And okay, g4 again. Like in my previous video, we've seen a guy who just pushed his pawns like crazy, and then he left some weak squares behind. And now again, this is not a very nice move, I think. G4, this is just too much. And also on the king side, this king is going to be pretty weak. Okay, so knight to e5, he probably wants to get rid of my bishop, but that's completely fine with me. I can take it with my h-pawn and pressure this pawn here, activate my rook also. So this is completely fine for me if he does this. Now I'm just thinking of normal development like e6 here. No, wait, he's going to give me a check. So I'm just going to develop my knight to c6. Yeah, this looks the best. So if he plays this, I have like queen to c7 or yeah, maybe he has this and he has some threats. But yeah, I mean, if he plays this move, okay, he does. I think I have rook to c8 anyway, and everything is protected here. I just play e6 and I develop a castle. So this shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, well, let's just play rook to c8. I think that's the best. Because like I said, if queen to c7, he maybe has some sort of a, bishop to f4, and there are some threats on my queen, like taking here. So yeah, I wasn't completely sure about this. So I just played rook to c8, protects everything. And by the way, queen to a5 doesn't really win a piece because of, sorry, knight to c3. So yeah, I played rook to c8. Now let's see what he's going to do here. He really weakened his position here with these pawn advances. Well, the idea for him could be to play something like this and threaten to just trap my bishop. And then after, let's see, after h6 he can take here. And when I recapture, I have weak squares here and my king is weak. But he went for just knight to c3. And I'm just going to develop now. I'm going to play e6. Open up the bishop from where I can, I don't know, go to e7, go to d6, whatever. And then develop my knight. And yeah, I can jump, for example, on some nice squares. I'll see what I'm going to do. We're not that far yet, and it just looks pretty nice for me, I think. But yeah, I was wondering about this h5 move because it threatens to trap my bishop. I can't play this because he just takes. So I don't know what I'm going to do after h5. Maybe I actually don't know here what I'm supposed to do after h5. How to save my bishop? H5 also doesn't really work. It is an idea sometimes, but he can just take it and damage my pawn structure. But okay, he took here our knight. Let's just recapture with our pawn. And I think that's great. He's giving up, the pin that he had and everything. So this should be fine. If I manage to, okay, a3, this looks like a pretty bad move. That's still an opening. You want to develop your pieces as quickly as possible. A move such as a3 doesn't do much. So I think it's not a great move. And I'm just going to play bishop to d6 now. Yeah. And yeah, I'm also maybe threatening to take knight. Okay, he took here. I'm going to take with the h pawn, of course. If I took with this pawn, I would have this weakness here on e6. I would have a weak king. I just don't want this. So I recaptured with my h pawn, and now he can't like castle or anything because this pawn is also going to fall. So I think that my position here is just close to winning. And okay, he goes there with the queen. It's not a problem. We can just develop our knight to f6. And yeah, I'm just not scared of any pins, of course. This doesn't do anything. I mean, yeah, this just looks nice. Okay, he pinned me anyway. But that's not a problem. Let's see what we want to do here. In these types of structures, we of course want to play c5, because this is for now a backward pawn. We want to activate our rook and everything, but I'm not sure if I want to do it immediately. But you know what? I'm thinking about doing it immediately. Okay, I don't have a lot of time. Again, I'm losing too much time. I'm just going to play c5 here. If he plays knight here to b5 to chase my bishop away, I just move. Okay, so he took my pawn, and it's actually a good question how to take. I'm just going to take it with a rook now. It seems alright. And I can just castle now and bring my other rook into the action here on, I don't know, on the b file or whatever I want. And I also have the center, as you can see. I have two pawns in the center here. And I don't know what he's going to do with his king now. His king is just in the center, and this is another bad move. Just rook to c4. A very nice square for the rook. Now he can't really attack me. I'm going to put my queen on the c file. Well, not right away because he has this maybe, and just he gains my bishop. But okay, he played this, which is okay, but I can just move my bishop back. And I have 20 seconds. I'm playing really slowly now. I know that I'm probably just winning or I'm just better, but still, it's not the easiest thing to do here, to just win immediately. Okay, so he castled here. Now, let's see what we want to do. I think I can kick away this knight, and he has only one square, and then I can play queen to c7, threaten mate, and threaten to take this knight. So I'm just winning a knight here, I guess. Yeah, I just saw the tactic. It's a pretty cool one. I mean, yeah, he has only one square, then queen to c7, it's just over. Or he can give me the knight. Okay, queen to c7 just wins the game immediately, if I see correctly. He has to defend against the threat of mate, and then I just take the knight. Now, what's the moral of the story? If he didn't advance his pawns like that, okay, it's just mate. So the moral of the story here is we wouldn't have threats like this if he didn't advance his pawns like that, and if he didn't spend time on moves such as, a3 here, which did absolutely nothing, as you saw. It would be probably better to okay, here it's already better for me, I think, because this is too much for him, and then castling here, he has many weaknesses like we saw in our previous video, like h5 came. But here we didn't play h5, but what happened is, okay, he opened the h file, which is another pretty bad thing, because he has to worry about this pawn. Our rook is activated, and this bishop here is just slicing there on this diagonal. Also the queen came in action, as you saw, and we just got the center by playing c5, and we activated our rook. And yeah, I mean, he didn't have anything here. Basically, he just created weaknesses with these pawn pushes. So yeah, very similar theme as we had in our last video. I don't know why, but it seems like when I'm recording, everyone just goes crazy, like, okay, push these pawns, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty instructive anyways to see how to punish this kind of stuff. And again, b4, a very bad move, giving me a square here for the rook and also weakening the c-file. You can see that this pawn is very weak now. This knight also is loose, like you saw after moves like queen to c7, because this pawn doesn't protect this knight anymore, and he's just creating new weaknesses on the other side of the board, while his king is there in the center and it's pretty weak. So again, king safety is your first priority, like Garry Kasparov would say. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video and learned something new from it, how to think in these positions and how to punish the mistakes made by your opponent. So that's all for today. If you liked the video, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.